Hello everyone out there on the internet, I'm Jack of all trades and we're here for Boku no Hero Academia, My Hero Academia. This is Season 7, Episode 5, Let You Down. That's a bit foreboding. Last time, we were processing and starting to strategize what we can do now knowing that Aoyama was the UA traitor for the past 6 seasons. Since the first time we saw Aoyama, he was informing and working for All for One. You think that back to the UA entrance exam as he first meets Midoriya as he's blasting naval laser to destroy a robot. He was working for the bad guys. He didn't want to be 6 seasons of living with 1A, well, of going to school with and then living with for a bit 1A. They are his friends. He feels so bad for betraying them. And again, I liked last episode. He said to Aizawa that he wasn't saying that he's afraid of All for One. What he said was, should he be faced with All for One again, that he is scared that he will then betray them again. I'm not scared of this guy. I'm scared of what being in that situation I will do to my friends, that I will hurt them again, that I won't change. I'll do this again. I'll keep doing it. Which I like. I like that a lot. It's motivated initially and still is to protect his family, and sure to protect himself, but protect his family as well. As parents are under threat from All for One here. I do like that we determined, both by logicking it out and then also getting like a medical checkup and everything, that he is not like Lady Nagant rigged to explode. That is good for my mental health, at least, that I'm not concerned that at any moment All for One can think, something feels off here. And I know, again, comparing Aoyama to a lighter 2 episodes ago, like, yeah, what do you do if a lighter breaks? You just get a new one. Then he'll just blow him up remotely. Fucking Killer Queen has already touched the student. Okay, but now we're diving into episode 5, and the post-credit scene for episode 4 showed my boy. Come on, there we go. Long arms. Oh, we're gonna get more Shinso, which I'm very much on board from. It was him upside down, scarf around him, seemingly training, or perhaps just acclimatizing to blood rushing to his head if he is like hanging upside down from something. In a black costume, so hero costume, hopefully, which we saw a glimpse of in the OP. That is my big hope for this episode. Let's see some Shinso. But again, title: Let You Down. Who's going to be let down? What's going to happen here? Please keep the comment section spoiler free for anything beyond this episode. I will be drawing from everything I know about the series so far, which is I have watched the entire anime up to this specific episode that I'm watching in this video. I've read the entire manga up to the end of chapter 328, which is volume 33 of the manga. I have watched the first 3 My Hero Academia movies. I've read the Ultra Analysis Guidebook. I have read the first 6, and I think only 6, volumes of My Hero Academia School Briefs, the light novels, and I have read all 15 volumes, the entire series, My Hero Academia Vigilantes, the sort of spin-off prequel, which is a fantastic little series. I loved it. I felt a bit sad when I finished it. But that is everything I know, and that's what I'm going to be discussing and pulling from in this video. And of course, please support the official release. This is not a substitute for watching the actual show, as evident by me heavily obscuring the footage for most of this video. Go watch it on Crunchyroll, that's where I'm watching it. 3, 2, 1, play. A house responsible for bringing yourselves in. Scum family, go away. Oh. Toga's childhood home? Damn. But her parents obviously don't still live here. But when her name was made public, people found her house, and yeah. I want to be... yeah. Oh, that was a good transition. That was a good transition. Like flowers. I'm gonna throw a self-harm warning at the start of this episode. Yeah, again, I said last time, Dabi, his face is a bit more burned since last we saw him, probably as a result of setting himself on fire last season. Wow. They join the league at the same time. Twice is gone. It's just the two of them. Yeah, whose blood does she have? Yeah. Yeah. Real. Oh! What? Sadman's Parade. Oh, God. And with the country in as much disarray as it is. Fuck. I love Twice. I've still not forgiven Hawks for killing him, what, a year ago that last season came out? Twice was amazing. He did not deserve to die. Yes, he was a criminal, but I'm still pissed at Hawks for that. Him continuing after death in this way, I really like, and I really like the idea of that they... I feel like, had the League been prepared enough, had they not been constantly attacked and things gone the way they have, the Toga really... Oh, so the vial she's holding there in the OP, and that's her childhood home, with the blood raining over it and everything, that's great, now that we know that. Just in the OP that she's just holding a vial of Twice's... but I feel like strategically, what the League should have done once they learned that Toga could do that, could copy people's quirks, well, can transform into them and copy their quirks, is give her a vial, give her a supply of everyone's blood. But specifically, Dabi says there that what they know instead is that it's only people she truly loves, truly cares about, that she can do that to, or is at least obsessed with. Hence why she could do Urarakas. But she could also do Twice's, theoretically. I imagine she... Whoa! What the fuck? Was he extending his arm out and it became a bunch of fingers? That similar imagery is in the OP. Dabi, fucking Bakugo stood on top of a mountain of, like, grey fingers. He's overcoming the quirk Doomsday Theory? You will pull the trigger in Redestro's place. Okay. Aw. Let you down. Oh. And noticeably, that title was in English there rather than Japanese. Come on. Where's Moonfish? We know Moonfish is out there. He's currently unaccounted for. And there are, like, metal structures in the OP that kind of look like Moonfish's teeth. I think he's the only jailbreaker currently unaccounted for. or that we haven't seen since the jailbreak. Oh, he does have the full helmet. Oh, okay. I'm not opposed to that. I went off last time about heroes, helmeted heroes always removing the helmet and stuff recently in media, and having a bad habit of having done that in the past. But okay, I like that. I like that. That's a good compromise. Like, he can flip it up when we need him to emote and show things in a more relaxed scenario, talk with people. You can fix the horns. But be able to just flip it back down again. That's good. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Kaminari. Oh. Okay. For the second decisive battle. The next morning. Again, not telling us the plan. Skipping forward to the next morning. Okay, now we're telling everyone. Martial law for 4 days. Didn't Snipe used to have a modulation? Didn't he used to have a modulation on his voice for that mask? Yeah. Again, I was calling it before that Alpha wanted to have multiple spies in here, but I was thinking it was Hagakure. Ah, Koda's mom's here too! The Todoroki family, okay, all present, right. Except from Enji. Oh, is all of 1A's parents here? Shoji's are not. We know Shoji's gonna be getting some focus because he's in the OP. Eri, with Mike taking care. Oh, is Deku introducing them to one another as well? So their first time meeting, perhaps. Okay. Again, All for One wants Troy. Okay. Makeshift Fortress Troy. Nice. Yeah, of course. But All for One wants to make sure that Deku can't get back to UA. Does Toga still have some of Uraraka's blood? We know for sure she has Twice's. And she can conceivably get any other member of the leagues, but not necessarily be able to replicate their quirk. We have to defeat the League, but we can also try and save them. Yeah. Oh, that's a fucking callback! Because Natsuo didn't know what... in that scene at the Todoroki house having dinner, he says that he didn't even know until now that Shoto liked soba. That the family knowing so little about one another. The Todoroki family. All for One's theme and new helmet. 3 days later. Fuck. We are running out of time again. Seeing him just sat on a smartphone is a really weird visual. For some reason. I want to try some liquor. It's coded. It's a coded message. Okay. I was thinking, what is he talking about? Okay. Search. He knows 2 of them are out the new outfit. He knows 2 of them are out of the base. Aoyama. Search was being used there. Shigaraki is seeing the 2 of them are separate from everyone else. We saw everyone else is in the temporary bunker, is in Troy right now. So was the plan for Aoyama to just... What was the plan that Aoyama was kept out of the loop of? it can't be for them to like to pretend for him to actually betray, for them to let him betray them again, and then try and like encircle because the rest of the class aren't there. I love how differently they're drawing Aoyama now. Like how they always used to draw his eyes, like the flat and the curve at the top. He's just drawn so differently now with like the bags underneath. This kind of feels staged. Like I don't believe Aoyama believes that. Here he is! New helmet! And the purple shirt underneath I like. Purple's a great color. I love purple. I like that design. Yeah, and this is what he was afraid he'd do. But we kept him out of the loop for a reason. We kept Aoyama and his family from hearing Aizawa's plan for a reason. Well, I like the raised bits of spine down the back of that. That's cool. The hole in the hand. Hole in the hand. Nice. Yep. Yep. Hole in the hand. Does that mean that this is Shigaraki then? I don't remember if All For One himself actually has those. I don't think so. I think that's just Shigaraki's new body. Wait, I need to see the other hand. I need to see the rest of his hands. Did he have the prosthetic finger attachment thing? No. But equally, his body has been healing. Oh no, because all the massive fingers and everything we saw before, he's healed. He's healed. He doesn't have that anymore. This is Shigaraki, right? Right? And the helmet and everything is modulating the voice. This isn't All For One. Oh, ripping off the coat. Yeah. Shigaraki doesn't have this quirk. Tomura doesn't have this quirk, though. He's bringing them in. Oh, new outfit. New outfit. Bringing in the near high ends. And a bunch of other nameless villains as well. Okay, here's Tomura.
Hold on to your butts.
Warp Gate Kurogiri! Oh my god! Monoma! Oh god, yes! Yes! Copy the shit out of this! Oh my god, yes! Oh, I'm getting hyped! Shirakumo, he's back! He's back! Oh my god! This is it. Rest of the season's a fight. Rest of the season's a fight scene, right? Come on! Oh, Endeavor sidekick! Oh! We highlighted Monoma as the first one coming through Shirakumo's Warp Gate! Yes! Ah! Oh god, why did I... Now I have to wait. As of right now, me recording this, I am now caught up with My Hero Academia. I'm caught up with the season. I have to wait like everyone else does. For you guys watching this video won't come out for about a week from when I'm recording this, I think, because I need to get the rest of them uploaded. But at time of recording, I am now caught up. And I will be caught up, and it's just waiting for these uploads. I'll be uploading twice a week. You know this already. To catch up. Oh, I so wish I could just go to the next episode. I like 1A. I love 1A. I love our main heroes, our main characters. But where, for me, this series fucking excels is the creative quirks and use of superpowers, but also the side characters. Twice was my favorite member of the League of Villains, who I'm so glad... Sad Man's Parade, wielded by Toga, is gonna break the world. Preview. as much as I want to watch it, I'm not going to watch the preview. Okay, Toga wielding Sadman's Parade. Again, twice had the power to take over a country. If not more. He could infinitely duplicate himself. The only thing preventing him from doing it up to the point that he did it was fear of doing so. And then when he finally had the confidence and he knew he was the real one and he needed to protect his friends, Sadman's Parade. So, with Uraraka saying what she said in this episode, and comparing it to the idea that we need to save Shigaraki, we need to save Tenko Shimura. Let's try and save Himiko Toga. Let's try and save the others as well. Saving her is the only thing that can stop them doing that. But also, Toga's not going to whip out that vial right off the bat. That is a Hail Mary. That is the ace up her sleeve. If she's in a situation where it's looking dire, if the villains are losing the fight somehow, bite into that, ingest that blood, fucking Aaron with the vial of armored spinal fluid, that shit. Transform into Jean. Sadman's Parade. I am so looking forward to that. But then the other side characters. Shirakumo from Vigilantes. Aizawa's childhood friend. Who we then became Kurogiri. We knew him first as Kurogiri. Because of what All For One and Garaki did to his corpse. Warp gating in the hero forces to this fight. As All For One is using his gooey black teleport from one person to my location and away from my location. Kurogiri Shirakumo is back. Oh, yes. And then another side character, Neito Monoma, from the dapperest fuck hero outfit that I love. A touch impractical, perhaps, but that's his style. That's what he likes. It's his personality. Fashion is an extension of how you wish to present yourself to the world and how you wish to be perceived, and what you feel comfortable in. And that's what he likes. That is Monoma, and he was the first person shown coming through that warp gate. That is so cool. It wasn't Endeavor. It wasn't some hero that were like, fuck yeah, here he comes. It was Monoma specifically. And I love that. I hope there's more to that. Because him being in this fight, something that this series has done really well is we, the fans, have questions about. Horikoshi created all these great quirks and superpowers. Some as simple as Voice. I can talk to and command animals. Or Sugar Rush. I take some sugar and I'll become stronger for a bit. To New Order. Fucking A. Which is a broken quirk, and I'm glad it's out of the way, because if it was involved in this fight as well, fuck. But some of my favorite quirks, sorry, I'll come back to that. But one, questions that we had is Monoma copying people's power. His quirk was copy. When he was introduced during the tournament arc, season 2, he swiped, what was it? Kirishima's hair, touched him, and copied his hardening to block Bakugo's explosion. He then copied explosions, he's copied a bunch of quirks throughout the suit, copying Twin Impact. People, I understand, do not like it. Is not very fondly looked upon, the 1A versus 1B arc. I love that arc for this reason, because it's the creative superpowers. Yes, I want to know more about the story and what's happening in the world and what's happening with the villains, but I like these characters and these quirks and how they all interact is great. Monoma copying Twin Impact, amazing. Monoma, and using it when he thinks it's the best time to have done that, amazing. We as fans, knowing that power exists, are like, okay, well, what happens if he copies this? What happens if he copies this? What happens if he copies this? And Horikoshi is like, this is something I need to answer. So, after rescuing Eri and then her training with Eraser to try and get a handle on that quirk and everything, they bring in Monoma, and it's like, Monoma, try and copy her quirk. And he grew the horn, but then we got the idea that, okay, there are different like types of quirk. There's mutant, or like transformation, emitter types, and a third one that I'm forgetting the name of. But then we learned from that interaction, it was told to us, the audience, it was probably a pre-known thing in the world, stockpiling quirks, like the example used, Fat Gum. Accumulate something over time that can then be used for the quirk. All for one. One for all. Accumulates power over time and gets stronger and stronger as it's passed down. If Monoma copies, and Eri, just over time, just accumulates time, I guess, accumulates energy somehow. Eri accumulates it as a stockpile quirk, Horn gets longer, and then she can then use the stockpiled energy, time, whatever, to then rewind things. She's done it a couple times since we saved her from Overhaul. But yeah, Monoma he could copy the quirk, but he would then need to continue to have it to stockpile that energy, stockpile that time, to then use it as Eri does. However, he only copies it for a certain amount of time. I forget how long it is, a couple minutes, 3 minutes or something, I think, 2 minutes, 1 minute. I forget exactly how long it is, but so it wouldn't work like that. If he copied Fat Gum's quirk and took a blow to the gut, he'd take a blow to the gut because he doesn't have the accumulated fat to properly fully use that quirk, as Fat Gum does. So that answered our question, what happens if he copies One for All? He doesn't have the accumulated power. Deku was worried when fighting Monoma before, if he copies it and tries to throw a punch, what if his arm just blows the fuck off? So we got answers to that stuff, which was great. Him coming into this fight, whose quirks is he gonna copy? I am so interested. And again, Horikoshi being great at answering these questions. What happens if he copies All for One? If he copies that quirk? Because in this fight, there are currently 2 people with that quirk. Historically, there have been 3, but 9 is dead. And he seemingly was only able to accumulate 9 quirks, max, which, was a whole thing. But there are 2 people on this battlefield with that quirk right now. Can we have a third? If Monoma takes that quirk, what happens? I really want to know. Unfortunately, that does mean, for us to get that answer, Monoma would have to touch All for One. And unless Monoma is being underestimated, I don't see that happening. I don't see many people getting close enough to touch All for One in this fight. Warp Gate is a thing. Shirakumo can just open a warp, can just send him directly behind All for One, and he can pat him on the back of the head, you know? It can happen. Who else do I need to address? Sadman's Parade, Monoma. Shirakumo is back. He's back. He's back. Yes, I really want to see Loud Cloud. Show us his face. Show him as a hero, please, please. He never got to become a pro hero. He got his license. He got his provisional hero license, and he died so young. And then his zombified corpse was turned into a Nomu, the first Nomu Kurogiri. There was number 6. There were other things going on in Vigilantes. After that happened to Kurogiri, after that happened to Shirakumo, and then before Nomu, the character Nomu, the first Nomu we met in the series came about. But yeah, he's here. I want to see him in the fight. I was worried. It's like, we used search. We saw that 1A is not present. But we didn't know Shirakumo was back on the table and could instantaneously open up a warp gate and bring people from as far as we know, anywhere on the face of the planet to anywhere else on the face of the planet. And it doesn't need to be he opens a portal and they walk through. He can it's the smoke, it's the gas. He can move it around people. That's how, in the USJ, that's how he separated everyone. He engulfed everyone in the smoke and sent them elsewhere. So him being on the table is a huge thing. I hope he's fully in control. I really want to see more Shirakumo now that we know he's back. Okay. Also, Shinso. I don't think we saw him coming through a portal there, but we saw him in the post-credit scene last episode to remind us this character is in play. He should be on your mind. He has a hero costume now. He is in play. 100%. With the persona chords, we've seen what can happen to a team when he's in play using those persona chords. Back during, again, the 1A vs 1B arc. breakdown in communication. They stop working together, cooperation falls apart, and the heroes win. That can happen. That can absolutely happen. He mimics All For One's voice giving an order. Can he order the Nomu if he mimics All For One's voice? If Gigantomachia was here, could he mimic Shigaraki or All For One's voice and give Gigantomachia orders and send him away? Shigaraki did previously control the Nomu via radio waves, so that is worth bearing in mind. But Shinso. Okay, those are the big characters coming into play here that I wanted to talk about. I'm going to quickly jump back to the hero shot of everyone coming through the portals and just see who all was arriving on the heroes and villains side. On the villains, we got like a few close-ups, and then we get a wide shot that zooms out a bit. Okay, we see specifically All For One, of course, Himiko Toga, Dabi Toya Todoroki, Shigaraki Tenko Shumura. We see a few characters whose designs we've seen before as just heteromorphs in like lineups behind Spinner. We see a very big Nomu hand coming through. In the back, there's a bald white guy, shirtless, grey pants, sort of leaning over a bit. Like I feel like that's a very similar pose to what we saw Moonfish in before. Let that be Moonfish. Bring him into this fight as well. Previous League affiliate, strong quirk. Let's have him. Even Overhaul acknowledged how powerful of a piece Moonfish was before Shigaraki lost him. But then the warp gate opens. All For One is surprised that they managed to use Kurigiri. But this could save me some trouble. ... As Monoma is the first one through. Endeavor, Edgeshot, Mirko. Let's see what her prosthetics can do. Fat Gum. This is for the world to know that Japan isn't done yet. Sun Eater, Nejire. Let's see the group shot. Let's see the group shot of everyone. And this absolutely isn't everyone here. This is everyone that we are currently highlighting. The rest of 1A is coming. We're getting more heroes as well. Inbound, no doubt. Courier is going to be sending waves, right? But the big lineup we're shown, this hero shot, is Endeavor, Nejire, that one Endeavor sidekick with the horns, whose name I forget, Oni-Man, I think, Fat Gum, Deku, Sun Eater, Aoyama, Gang Orca. There's still like a there's still the portals yet. Mirko with a big fuck off hand. Wash Hero, Wash, Pixie Bop, Shishida, nice, good to see you back from the OVA, bud. Edgeshot, and two heroes in the back that I don't immediately recognize. One kind of reminds me a little bit of Mr. Brave, but it's not Mr. Brave. And yeah, more to come. Lemillion isn't here yet. The rest of 1A isn't here yet. This is just the first wave, and I cannot wait. Again, acknowledging the usual format, it's 12 episode of one arc, 12 episode of another arc. I just want the whole rest of this thing to be minute by minute fight. Okay, that's not what we're gonna get, but that's what I want. Heyo, so I'm just grabbing this recording footage to put in the bottom corner of this video, and I noticed in the montage of everyone in 1A saying goodbye to everyone at the campus, for one, they are very specific to cover up whoever Tokoyami's talking to. Which, aw, buddy. We don't get to know if his parents are birds or not. But also, I just clocked, and this is the reason I'm recording this. I said about Shoji's not going to see his parents, but it's this shot here. I am pretty confident that, okay, so for one, we know this guy. He's the guy from episode 1. For 2, I think this is Death Arms? Like, retired Death Arms? Because we know he retired the white hair, those eyebrows, that chin, he's tall. I think that's Death Arms. Which then has me going, okay, who are these other 3? I recognize this face. I feel like I recognize this guy, but I can't place him. So me and the edit is going to do a search, try and figure out who this is. And then I have no idea who these other 2 are, but they're similarly distinct looking. But we know him. I'm confident that that's Death Arms, and I'm pretty sure I know him. I'm pretty sure I know who Daddy is. Like, I recognize him, but I don't know from where. Okay, back to the video. Oh, this is the most hyped I've been for MHA in a while. Again, I really wasn't vibing with going into the season. I'm like, I'm not really excited. I haven't seen any trailers and publicity around this. The marketing really wasn't there. But this is gonna be fucking sick. I've been Jack of all trades. I cannot wait for the next episode. If you want to watch it alongside me, click that little subscribe button. You know all the YouTube stuff that everyone tells you to do. You don't have to, but it'd be nice. It'd be great to watch this with you. I'm so excited. See you next time. Bye.